Fruit Chitra. And I am back here in my dwarf Cavendish banana grove, which I started roughly a year ago, and it seems to be thriving. If you aren't subscribed to Eat Your Backyard, please do so. I stream all the time and enjoy having more on as I do it. I recently posted a poll on the channel, which I hope you will take. And initial reactions to it were that, why would you even have a question about this? And the question was, should I chop down my giant southern end of my yard Hawaiian papaya tree? I actually have 2 more papaya trees that way, and that are just overflowing with fruit, just like this one. Now, it's a real tragedy to cut down something that's producing that kind of fruit, but I made an error in judgment. You see those things behind it? Those are 220 lines of power, and here's the cable line. Now, they're not that close to it, so it's plenty far away from that right now, but at some point it'd be big enough that it could almost hit it. But I ended up transplanting it as a fairly large cutting, and it's gotten even larger, and you can see those roots. I've got a sprinkler line that runs through about here. If that goes, it's going to destroy the sprinkler line, which is fairly easily repaired, but furthermore, it could go through my neighbor's fence now, and I realized it's raining fruit on the other side of the fence. I noticed there are papaya trees growing up, so on the other side of the fence, so those could be relatives of some of the papayas that drop here. But that's the reason I'm considering taking it down now. It is so close to the fence, and when it does come down in a hurricane or whatever, it's probably going to damage the fence. And the other thing is that it's raining fruit on the other side of the fence now. So you tell me, take the survey, let me know if you think I should chop it down or if I should let her grow and just start getting more into giving the fruit away. Actually would probably be the right next step. While I'm looking here, I'll show you something. This is a thing I do, which is just to throw seed pods of palms up into the bed and create what I refer to as palm grass. You can see that's the areca. Just threw them up in there. You can see there's probably some old charcoal grilled dumpages from burnt charcoal grill, and it just grew beautifully, green, lush. Every one of those will transplant well. That was from an earlier 3 palm nut harvest video that Jack and I made. And here are a bunch of Coco's palms that I did the same thing with, and you can see no joy. Nothing has sprouted at this point. Yeah, you think they'll grow back, Jungle Walker? If I cut the papaya at the roots, it could grow back. That's a fairly brilliant idea, Jungle Walker. I could easily maintain the roots intact by chopping it down, above the top. But what I'm concerned about is that if I chop it off anywhere, I don't know where it stops being like this, but I wonder where it will stop being hollow. Because this is a large branch. You can see with the diameter of my hand against the diameter of it. I don't want it to retain water, and I know if I cut it above, kind of maybe up here, it's going to have a big cup of water because it's very hollow, and I know that mosquitoes will set up camp. So I wonder if there's a point where it becomes solid in the trunk. I didn't observe that last time I had one fall in a hurricane. It was actually bigger than this. But that's the dilemma. Certainly a good middle road is to trim it. Now you can see it's already got some little sprouts that are growing, and from an earlier live stream that I did, one of the folks said you can grow them easily from cuttings, so I took a cutting off a papaya and planted it in the what you got growing on area. And lo and behold, it's doing quite well, I think. So apparently papayas grow quite well from cuttings. Anyway, this was just a quick stream I wanted to do to ask the question and explain the case of what to do with the giant southern end of the yard papaya tree. Now, that is preparing for a couple of additional moves I'm going to be doing in this yard, which is to put something in this area. Haven't decided exactly what yet, but but there's many possibilities. One of the things I'm considering putting right there is this beautiful Jamaican cherry that I've grown here from seed. See, it's still got a little baby one in here. I'm going to separate that off into a different pot, but yeah, this is rapidly growing. That thing has probably grown a foot in the last month and getting taller. And this is the good example of a type of tree that can be grown in fairly marginal areas and produce just a ton of fruit. Some people call it the cotton candy tree. Yep, so papaya. One thing's for sure, time to pick some papaya. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this kind of stuff, go ahead and subscribe, turn on notification bell so you're notified as I do live streams, and hit the thumbs up button if you like it. Thanks for watching. Eat your backyard.